I'm Jeremy Farrance. We're doing a quick follow-up on last month's presentation, which was upgrading DNN. A few things have changed. As was already mentioned, DNN 10.3.2 came out. Another thing that we accidentally announced was a special release of DNN 10.2.4 and then 10.2.5 came out, and I wanted to re-explain this is specifically for people who are upgrading from 9.13.9 or 10, and I'll explain that more in a little bit. But I wanted to just give a quick overview of how you should be thinking. There's some details that I think are still confusing for people. So one of the first things to know is it's very easy to get to the DNN upgrade path. Go to Google, type 3 words, DNN upgrade path, and it's, for me at least, almost a first result. And here you have, everyone can see my screen, right?
Yes.
So we've got a from and a to column. And what's happening here is these are your milestone versions. So if you look down here and you suppose you have a site that's on, I had a site last November, I think it was on 9.1.1. So what you're looking at here is even if you're on 9.1.2 or some other version in between these two, your next leap is 9.3.2. Once you get there, you're going to 9.13.9, all in one step. The only reason to possibly do an in-between might be if you contact a vendor who's not compatible yet, and they will let you know that, hey, you need to go to 9.6 first because we hadn't done blah yet. Those things do happen, but it's very vendor specific or module specific. It's kind of rare, but I do know people, and even myself, I've run into those things before where you have to organize and stage which versions you're going to on your modules, maybe your theme, and DNN itself. So once you're on 9.3.2, or if you're on 9.4, 9.6, even 9. Let's say 12.02, you're still going to 9.1309. Even if you're on 9.1308, you still want to upgrade to 9.1309. Then we get into the confusion about 9.1310. You do not need to go to 9.1310 if you are on 9.13.9 and want to make the leap up to DNN 10. You can skip the .10. What .10 is for is very specific. If you have a reason, maybe it's a vendor module, maybe it's compatibility on your server, something, and you really can't make the leap to 10 yet without quite a bit of work, 9.13.10 is far more secure, fixes critical bugs over 9.13.9, and therefore you should upgrade to 9.13.10 in the meantime until you can make the leap to 10. I hope I'm explaining that well. If not, look me up on Discord and chat with me. I'll be happy to talk it through with you and make sure you got it right. There's a
I
lot of people who
confirm.
take a little bit of this and get some wrong ideas about where you should go. So more specifically, we're talking about getting to 9.13.9 and then using the old method, getting the upgrade package zip and copying it over the root of your site and going straight to 10.2.5. And this fixes all kinds of things. It bypasses all kinds of problems people experienced in earlier upgrades to 10.1.2 and 10.2.1. Each one for a while there had a different type of problem emerge that affected quite a few people. 10.2.5 is a really good milestone sweet spot, and you should feel a lot more comfortable doing that upgrade. Here's a few other quick reminders. Um, if you use Too Sexy while you are on 9.13.9 or 10, you want to get to Too Sexy version 21.2 or higher. I would prefer to say just version 21 dot latest. You want to get that module upgraded before you try and make the leap to 10.2.5 or any version above there. It's really important because 2Sexy swapped some things to allow for what DNN was doing with the new CDF stuff. So your upgrade will fail if you don't do that upgrade first. Most people do the module upgrades to the latest first anyhow, but I do know of cases where that's not. Um, some people don't follow that or have other reasons not to. All right, so old copy over method. If you're on any of the in-between versions, for example, I had a site the other day that was 10.1.2. You'll notice there's no in-betweens here. That falls in between this from and this too. So the next logical upgrade was using the old method, because notice I said 10.1, using the old method to get to 10.2.5. And then from there, if I wanted to, I could probably go to 10.3.2 now. What's interesting is if you're on 10.2.0 or 10.2.1, once you're past 10.2, now you want to use the new method to get to 10.2.5. Anyone confused yet? Good. Somebody raised their hand. Okay. So I just want to stress that there's a dividing point there at 10.2.0 where the new method exists. So if you're in that spot in between 10.2.0 and 10.2.3 or 4, still go to 10.2.5 and then up to the next version, or stop at 10.2.5 for a while. This comment was written before I realized 10.3.2 would get released today. So if you're on 10.3.0 or 10.3.1 or 10.2.5, now you should feel comfortable getting to 10.3.2. And if you run into a problem, you should consider reporting an issue, get some help to identify what the details of the bugs or errors are. And there's people out there that'd be happy to help.
And
And other than that,
on your table there, it shows 10.3.1. Currently, it has already been changed, like on the browser, in the DNNDocs. It has already been changed to recommend 10.3.2,
yeah, I
but we
figured
hit
that.
some rate limit. So in a couple
Be a
minutes,
couple
like
hours,
today,
minutes.
I don't know. We hit
All right.
5,000 seconds. How much is that? I don't know.
Good try. We know you don't have all the time in the world, so I appreciate knowing that you've already got it running. That's cool.
But yeah, we hit the rate limit and we have to wait 5,000 seconds.
Start counting. All right.
Which is 83 minutes. All right. So in 2 hours, it should be fixed.
All right. So that's most of what I wanted to recover and answer most of the questions I got down the road and ran into additionally. But really, for people out there, 10.2.5 is a great milestone version. If you have not made the upgrade to from DNN 9 to 10 yet, it's going to make it worth trying. So that's a wrap. Anyone have any questions?
That was good, Jeremy. Thanks.
Welcome. Yeah, I actually felt like Sherlock figuring a lot of this out, and I got to give credit to Steve Karpik because he and I actually got together once, was it twice, Steve? And really debugged an upgrade process and really found the errors, and that helped a lot. Posted an issue on GitHub, got it fixed. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I do have a quick question. I think early on, the big challenge in upgrading 9 was to unhook Telerik controls.
Yeah, once you got to 9.8, the adventure could happen to anyone in between about 9.8 and 9 point maybe 11. That's the range most people got rid of Telerik. If you're on 9.13 or higher and Telerik's still there, you just need to try harder. It is really important and it's not impossible to get there, but hopefully that's behind most people now. If it's not, get on Discord. That's a great place to hang out and ask questions.